Hey everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a pretty easy treat holder to share with you, but it is my Let It Snow treat holder. Now the inside are using, I don't know if you remember, like years ago, there was a lot of little treat things made out of the little peppermint patties, and I haven't been able to find the individually wrapped ones for a long time. And so I found some at Dollar General. Look at these. And you can do these boxes any colors that you want. But look at the little individually wrapped. And they're perfect for this little treat holder because, yeah, it's hard to find the other ones. There is one company that still makes them. York used to make them individually wrapped like that. And they still make them individually wrapped, but they're in those square packaging, and you can't use them for like these little treats in here. So this is a great one for stocking stuffers or just for friends, co-workers. You can use them for schools. Yeah, and even if you're doing a craft fair, this is a great one to do for a craft fair. You can put it in a cello bag and wrap the ribbon around the cello bag. It would be really cute. But these are really easy to make. So this is what we're sharing today. I did put that cute little window in there. And I'll show you how I did this to get that little extra fancy. But you don't have to do that. You can just use a rectangle if you have a rectangle that would fit this size. All right, so for this, what I'm using is the sparkling snowflakes. I'm using this snowflake right here. You can use any of the snowflakes. I don't think this one's going to fit. I think you're going to have to use the smallest ones. And then this is what I'm using, the tailor-made tags for the top, the opening that we're going to do. And I'm using the one that's in here, this one right here that goes with that one. And it makes a cute little edge on there. And then guess what I'm using again? Deckled circles. I told you there's going to be so many ways to use these. It's just because they look like little snowballs, and that's what really got me the idea, is to make these little, like they look like little snowballs, especially with the deckled edge. They're so dang cute. So that's what I'm using for this. So what you're going to need as far as paper is I'm using this boho blue, and I'm using the cardstock. And this piece is 5.5 by 7. You do need a piece of window sheet, which is 5 1/4 by 1 3/4, and then just something to stamp on, basic white. I'm using the regular basic white for this. And the decal circles I'm using are this one's a 2-inch, and then this one's a 1.5 inch. The 1.5 inch is for our sentiment. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to stamp our snowflakes, and this is how I stamped them, just on one long piece, and I just ran them through. It's super, super easy. So I'm using, again, boho blue, but you can make these in red and garden green, shaded spruce, any of those you can make it in, but I love the blue for snowflakes. So you need 6 of these if you want to do the backs. You only need 3 if you want to do the front and the back, which I did the front and the back. So I want to make sure that I can cut these out with the die. So yeah, you got to space these the right way to make sure you have enough space for your next one. And we'll do that one. That's why I'm spacing them so far apart. And sometimes I just do this so I can get another one in there. So we're going to do 6 of these. And then we're going to just cut out one for the Let It Snow, the sentiment. Now, all of these are from that same stamp set. All right, so we're going to take this die and we're going to run these all through and cut these all out. And then I'm going to run this through with another piece, and I'll just cut this off. And we'll run it off for the little tag that we're going to make. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back with all of that. Okay, y'all, I got all these pieces made and ready to go. Like I said, you can just stamp one side if you want, because you don't see the bottom until they take it out. So we're making 3 of these. This is for the Let It Snow. Let's grab that again and let's just do our sentiment and get that done. We'll use the boho blue again for that. There we go. Okay, everything's ready to go. All right, so I'm going to take 3 of those mints. You can take whatever colors that you want. I just took 3 different ones. And I did this using my Stampin' Seal. You can use glue dots, any way that you want to do this. But we're just going to add these. And I'm just putting them on here. And you're just going to set it inside. And then just cover it with one of the other ones. Like I said, you can use a glue dot, a couple glue dots, and this comes off easy. Don't use your Seal Plus, because see how that comes off really easy? Don't use the Seal Plus because they'll be tearing into it. So we got that one, and you want it to be easy to come off. The glue dots will come off as easy as well. So we're going to put this one on. If they had all silver ones, I would have got all silver, but they just came in the variety pack. But I was so happy to see them because it's been so long since I've made something like this. It's been so many years, but I'm so happy to see somebody doing individually wrapped ones. I think these are Palmer's, and I think they do make the regular individually in all silver. I think I've used that before. All right, for this piece, I'm just gonna punch a hole at the very top so we can string our ribbon through that. I am using the 1/8 inch circle punch, and we don't carry it anymore, but I linked one in the description for you. All right, so all those are ready to go. So now let's do our box. Okay, so we are going to score this. I'm going to grab my window sheet and put it there so I don't lose it. And we're going to go ahead and score it on the 7-inch side at 1/4. We're making our little flaps, but they're going to be really small on this box because I didn't want them to show through the window. And then 3/4. Oops, why do I do that? 6 1/4 and 6 3/4. And then we're going to turn it and we're going to score it at 1/2, 2 1/2, 3, and 5. And yeah, you can wax paper this and it'd make your stylus go over it a lot easier. But I'm so lazy sometimes at doing that. So I end up going off like I did on this one. But we're going to fix that real easy. You're not going to see it anyway. All right, so these are our 1/4 inch sides. So these 1/2 inch sizes are where we're going to work from. So first thing you're going to do, you can pick either side and you're going to cut off these 4 areas right here. So these 4 right there. And then you're going to do the same on this side. I'm working on some Christmas projects and I have my ribbon scissors because I'm sewing. So I have some ribbon scissors, but those are in the other room and I forgot to bring them back here. So that's why I'm using my little snips. They work really good though, these snips. And we don't have too many long pieces to cut. So we're cutting it that, and then we're going to cut in on these little flaps here. And we're going to do the same on this side. Cut those top 1/4" pieces off. And then this one too. And then this 1/4" right here. And then this top one right here, we're going to clip in on that just to make it easier to go inside the box. Alright, I'm going to bring my cut and emboss over here now so I can show you how I did the little window. And I need to flip this around so I can get it. I think, y'all, I know my plates look horrible, but I think it's the longest I've ever used a set of plates. I just keep flipping them, and it seems to work. All right, so for this, you're going to need some mint tape or some washi tape or something to hold it down in place. And you're going to eyeball it, this top part, so you have it kind of even on this side. So we're going to use my mint tape here. And then we'll put our plate on here. You're going to run the whole thing through. And then you're just going to flip it around and you're going to line up your other piece. Like I said, if you have a rectangle that'll fit in here, go for it. It'll make it easier, but I really wanted that little fancy design on there, so that's why I decided to use these. And they work great for it. Save that too, because you can use that. The other one won't be so. It'll be small, so you probably won't be able to use it. I'm trying to guesstimate where we're at on this piece. And then just make sure these are lined up inside there. And then I like to flip this around. And then I can just go forward and backward with it. And then we have our piece totally cut out. See, just like that. It's really easy to do, and it's really pretty because it's fancy. All right, let's scoot this out of the way. And let's get this box made. So sharpen all these really good and be careful on these thinner parts because you can mess them up if you're not very careful, because they're really thin right now until you get your window sheet in. The window sheet really strengthens these boxes. And you can sharpen these before you put your window in. It might be a little bit easier. And you'll see our little flap is a lot smaller. Usually I do them like 1/2 inch. These are just 1/4 inch. As you can see, you don't want it to show here. I don't know what I would do without this little Teflon thing anymore. I love this one. All right, let's put our window sheet in. I always use wet glue for this because it doesn't show after it dries clear. So I'm going to just put it right along the edge. I like to put quite a bit, especially on these edges, because they're small, and I just want to make sure this sticks really good to it. And just grab your window sheet and put it right up over the top there. Don't go over your score marks or it won't close. Make sure it's within those score marks. And if you do like me and you squish that onto the front of it, just use a little alcohol pad or an alcohol swab, and you'll get that out. I'm going to grab one and show you. So I get these at the Dollar Tree, and they're, of course, $1.25. And then you just can, and even if you get it wet a little bit there, don't worry about it, it'll dry just fine. I've done this so many times. All right, so we got that on there. Now let's put the rest of this together. I'm going to go ahead and use the wet glue since I have it out. I'm just going to add it to both of these. And then just close them up and line them up. Make sure you line it up nice. All right, so we got that all together now. We're going to put our little pieces inside, our little peppermint patties. These would be great for nursing homes as well. You can put a glue dot on the bottom and keep them still. They do like to move around a little bit. It doesn't matter. They're just so cute. And then you're going to close this. And then I'm going to grab my ribbon. And the ribbon is the white polyester ribbon. It's really, really pretty. It's iridescent. It's so pretty. And so that's what I'm using for this. I'm going to cut this long enough to make a bow. Make sure that you have a really nice point because you are using the 1/8 inch circle punch. I just like the 1/8 inch better. It just looks neater. And then we're going to pull that through. And watch, I did it, yeah, I did it on the wrong side. I need to do it on this side. All right, and then we're going to tie a knot. We're actually going to do a bow. Super, super easy. Makes a beautiful bow too. Y'all, I got 2 of my 3 trees up already. I haven't decorated this second one yet. Almost. I have my ribbon and bows on it, or my ribbon and stuff on it, but no ornaments yet. We're going to do that tomorrow. All right, now let's cut these, trim these so they look nice and pretty. And then there you have it. I like to put a little glue dot under my bow, but I'm not going to do it this time. It's kind of staying pretty good. All right, so there you have it. Here's the other one. If you need any supplies, I have my November host code here. If you shop with me, I'd appreciate you using the host code. You just put it in as you are before you're shopping. I believe it's before. I'm still going to do a video on that because I noticed a lot of people, I think they don't know where to put it, and it does ask for it. So I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.